as the Warrior leader with a 1-minute, highly emotional standing ovation. Tonight, Chris will play in his 787th and quite possibly final game as a Golden State Warrior. We sat down with Chris before the game and we asked him if he expects the same level of emotion both from the fans and himself tonight as that was obviously evident 2 weeks ago.
I really don't know, to tell you the truth. I really haven't thought about it too much. Could be. I mean, them things like that just happen. You know, I mean, if they were staged, they're really not emotions.
Yeah.
So, you know, much like everything else, I just kind of prepare and move on. If it does happen, you know, who knows how I'll react, but just go with the flow.
Yeah, you're the kind of guy who lives his life one day at a time, one shot at a time, one pass at a time, one game at a time. But tonight, are you going to look back on 12 years of not just being a basketball player out here, but living your life out here?
Well, I have done that, you know, not necessarily tonight. You know what I mean? Again, a lot of nights when nothing's happening, when I'm by myself, I sit up and think about how fortunate I am, where I was and where I am now. And I'm a lot more emotional by myself than I am in front of people, you know, by nature. But I think things like that really, I think like my father was like that. You just sit by yourself, and that's where you do. That's where I do most of my thinking and do most of my soul searching. And like I said, when I sit down by myself, I feel very fortunate, very happy. But I never really do forget why I am where I am and what I've been through to get here. You know, that's as important as getting to where you are, is what you've gone through and how you've dealt with things, you know, whether it be alcohol rehab, whether it be trades, all things, death, marriage, children, whatever it may be. This is all part of life, and for me, it's also part of my career, you know, because I've been in one place. It has not been segmented. It's been one long story, and for me, that's fortunate, you know. Not many players get the opportunity to be able to do that.
Yeah, you've had so many individual accomplishments the last 12 years, 5-time All-Star, 2-time Olympian, on and on it goes. But in the team setting, you haven't won very much here. 7 times of 12 years, you've not even made the playoffs. You never went beyond the second round. I guess my question is, if you could do the last 12 years over and go play somewhere else, would you do it?
No, I'd probably do the same way. Again, because that's who I am. You know what I mean? I've never been one to say, well, if I was somewhere else, this would have happened. No, let me make the best of where I am. If I'm not injured, I do this. Well, I am injured. Deal with the injury and come back strong. You know, I've never been, you know, them thoughts pass my mind, but I don't let them dominate me to the point where I let down or give up. I take the deck of cards and play the hand. And that's who I am. You know, that's who everybody is, but I think if you always look for the other way out, I don't think you have as much credibility or respect.
And Chris certainly has a lot of both of those things. We bring in Jim Barnett now. I think the point is, Chris has put his time in here now, Jim, and he'd like to go somewhere and finally be on a winning basketball team.
Well, you know, you play 12 years in the same uniform. That is very rare and special. And you average 21 points a game through those 12 years. That speaks for itself. But the way Chris Mullin plays the game of basketball, he could play for 2 or 3 more years, whether it be with the Warriors or some other club.
You have to go with Phoenix in those 2 matchups. Mullin, he's lost the ball. Price out to Mullin, and Mullin has his first 2 points tonight.
He got a hip check at the other end, got knocked to the floor, and Richmond still didn't shoot. Now Richmond comes back. I liked him. I loved his game before, but when he first came here, I just thought he took the easy way out and was too anxious to take jump shots.
Chris Mullin, a layup to open, and now the signature Mullin hoop, the jumper. He hits his first 2. Warriors are down 5 points. Less than 40 seconds to go in the first quarter. Shot clock at 10. Richmond feeds Williamson back to Mitch. White by Price. Mullin runs out right. Burrell's the trailer. Burrell the middleman. Mullin back to Price. Burrell wide open for a 3 again. Well, when you play with Mark Price and Chris Mullin, Jim, if you just go to the Sporting Green. So the Chicago Bulls do not get 70 victories. They get 69. More importantly, Mullin defended by Richmond. This should be good. Mullin goes up and scores. He knows Richmond's game, not only offensively, Jim, but he knows Mitch as a defender.
He's still playing with that upper lip. They got banged. Richmond's strong. He's trying to hold Mullin out, but Mullin just got to the position then. You see, he's so good with his right hand.